Hey guys, Carla here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my cash stuffing video for paycheck number 2 for September. I'm going to go ahead and start with my wallet that I carry with me all the time, and Mia and I actually didn't spend any from our allowance, and with the food and stuff they're always empty, but between our allowance it's always like not being used. But I don't know, we just haven't been spending that much because she has a lot of clothes, and then we bought her diapers a couple of months ago and we bought like 2, so she's good for right now. And then my mother-in-law also gave me a lot of pull-ups from like the toddlers that from her daycare, so we've been using that as well. We've been really good on diapers, so we really haven't been spending a whole lot, which is, you know, amazing. It's just these doesn't get used, so I'm actually gonna set the $5 aside for the $5 savings challenge, and then I'm gonna put that into the rollover, and I'm gonna do the same thing with my allowance. And like I said, I use the rollover for anything that Mia and I would need in the future, like if it so happens that she has a big expense for clothing, like winter is coming up, I'll use this money right here. So this one has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has 105 in our rollover, so I think it's like accumulating to where we can be, because we don't have a clothing sinking fund, that's why I have this. And I don't really want to separate my income anymore to have another sinking fund for clothing, so I think this is perfect. So when we both need it, we will have it, because I'm also trying to like do this thing where I work out, right? And I need a couple of leggings, like not very expensive, but I am thinking about buying some, maybe with my birthday money is what I was thinking about. So maybe I can use this as well for that, but that is stuffed. We're gonna go on and stuff these envelopes again, so we're gonna put another 25 in here for our allowance. And I think allowances, giving yourself money to spend, is very important, because you don't want to like be paying that too much or saving up too much and then like be burnt out with all of like your money goals. You have to give yourself a little bit of money to spend on anything and not have to be like guilty on spending it. So Mia gets the same thing as well. Sorry if you can hear like some thumps. You can really hear the neighbors here, but I'm like also trying to film this around this time because Mia is asleep right now and it's her nap time, and it's the only free time I have to film. Miscellaneous gets $10, and I always give like the same disclaimers just because I always want to explain to the new viewers. So miscellaneous gets 10, and then food gets 120, which I divide into 6 20s just so it's easier. But lately Walmart has been just taking cards, and it's been like stressful, so we use the cushion for groceries and then we pay it at the end of the month. I take out the money here and then I put it into my bank cash envelope and then return it at the end of the month. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 for our food cash envelope, and then we also have that 105 in our rollover, which is amazing. And put it back in here, so we have the spending for the month, and that just always feels really great to have that money. And I really like this being kind of like just onto one side. But we're gonna move on to our sinking funds, which I always give my sinking funds $10 per envelope every week. So that's like roughly around $40 to $50 a month for each envelope. So for my baby's savings account, I'll give her $10, and anything or any money that she gets on her birthdays or Christmas, I will be putting it in here and have that put into a high yield savings account once it reaches 1,000. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 720, 40, 60, 70, $80 for my baby girl's savings account. And I do update these trackers on the back. And then medical gets $10 as well. And oh my goodness guys, like The insurance hasn't hit yet, that's why we can stuff all of these, but my husband and I are on a panic mode with the insurance thing. So we're hoping that it won't affect us that much, and we'll see how much my shop can contribute, because that's like $150 every week for insurance, and that's just honestly a lot, to be honest. So here we have 1, 10, 20, 30, 35 for our medical. And then gifts gets $10 as well. Okay, and I find it easier to just, you know, I really like this, but I also like my other one, so I'm just gonna interchange the two. So we have 1, 2, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 275 in our gifts cash envelope. And then Christmas gets $10 as well. Okay, Christmas has 1, 2, 3, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 500 in our Christmas. And then family time gets $10 as well. We have 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 190 in our family time. And we're about to have the fair here next month, and we're still debating if we should go, because you know, the pandemic is still here, and we really love fair food, and we just said maybe we'll just go and just grab food and then just leave. We're still debating, but we really have to be really careful with that because there's a lot of people, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll definitely see how that works. Car maintenance gets $10. Okay, we have 1, 2, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 265 in our car maintenance fund. So that has been accumulating. I'm so happy because, you know, you'll never know what happens to your car, and we have a pretty old car. My husband has a 2009 Nissan Altima, so that's pretty old for me, but I don't know for you guys. The next thing we're gonna do is our bills right here, which is in my blue binder. So we're starting over again with this. So we're actually putting $227 to our rent, because our rent is $907. Technically $905, but with money orders it's $907. So we're doing $227. Okay, we have 1, 2, 20, 5, 6, 27. Sorry, that was like terrible counting, but we'll be all right. Electric gets 30. And then Wi-Fi gets 18. I'm like a pro with this now. 18. Why did not? Where is 8? Insurance gets 30. And then my phone gets 21. My husband's phone gets 20. Kind of puts into perspective how like money flies though into separating this, but at least you're allocating your money before you spend anything to it, so you know like your bills are covered and that your food is covered. Subscriptions, that's already filled up for the month, so we don't have to put anything there. And then gas gets 20 as well. So we're done with the bills, and then now we're gonna move into our fund binder, which is my pink binder. I just put my emergency fund, which is 51, because our extra for this month or for this week is $102. So I'm splitting it into half between my emergency fund as well as my debt snowball payment. So this has an extra, I don't know why, but here we go. For emergency fund, we have 150, 61, 62 for our emergency. And then debt gets the same amount. Yeah, 51. So it should have the same amount as well. So I actually don't have any money allotted for my $50 savings challenge this week. I just wanted to prioritize between my debt and my emergency fund. So we have 150, 61, 2. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys saw I screenshotted the message my sister gave me from the Philippines, that she talked my stepdad into like helping me out with my like going home money. But he already said that, he already gave that offer before. He already wanted to help me and my sister go home, but I didn't want to do that because he is the provider for my mom and my sister as well as my other sister. So I didn't really want to kind of, you know, take that offer because that's for my mom and my sister. That's why I didn't take it. But he would probably, like, when we go home, he'd probably pay for food sometimes, because he would pay for our food a lot of the times when we were over there. And then he would give me money when we were over there, because most of you guys were saying that, oh, you guys, you can go home now because he'll cover $1,000. But I really didn't want to take that offer because that's basically like my mom's money as well as my sister's money, because he's like a mechanic for sports cars. So whenever he sells like a really good car, he makes like a lump sum of money. And so I don't want to take away from that lump sum if it's for my, you know, my mom and my sisters. So that is why I'm just gonna save it for my own. So the $5 savings challenge, since we have those two, I'm gonna go ahead and add these two right here. And I'm also gonna, at least we're still gonna check off some boxes here still. The $5 is the easiest one to fill up because it's such a small amount. But the $10 has been in the back burner, which is fine. It's no rush for these challenges. It's just whatever you can put at the time. And like I said, this is like my $50 savings challenge. I don't get to put anything on here this week. And this envelope, if you guys are wondering, this is the envelope that I put here like whenever we spend money on like food. If we do like a pickup instead of us going to the store, that goes through a card. So we use our cushion, and then when at the end of the month I pay the cushion back. So every time I spend $60 on the cushion, I put $60 here from the food envelope, and that just goes back to the card. So it has like 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 80. So this is 200 already because we have been doing pickups. So I've been just paying this back, and every time I use the cushion to buy me something, I would put my money in here and pay it at the end of the month. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!
You came along, couldn't look away. Somehow you turned my life completely upside down.